again, I'm just gonna be reading through his story. He sent me this.
I could probably just go into MyTeam Reddit and find that literally right now. Can I? Hold on. State of MyTeam. A hard lesson. Look, it's right here. Yo. Ty, he did not send this to you, gang. Why did you say this?
Bitch, I get another one. Fuck fake friends, I don't need you, I got another one. But on the same day, Escalating, I got another one. Been through the struggle, but I ain't no bitch. I'm from New York, I tell you, suck my.
So there's a person that ruined his life gambling, and he sent the message to Ty so that Ty can cover it. So we're gonna watch the video and see what's going on with this. I think that Ty is super soft when it comes to addressing the situation. So I want to be able to address it in the way that I would, because I think that this also correlates with a lot of YouTubers that you see spending crazy amounts, especially when they like to complain about how this pack is garbage or this is garbage. Y'all niggas like to sit here and spend a whole bunch of money and make it seem as if something's wrong with the game, when the thing that's wrong with the game is you. If you are spending on the game and then calling it garbage, you don't actually want the game to get better. You just want more shit to spend your money on. Either way, I'm not gonna get into that shit. This is Ty's video. Let's tap in.
What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about a story from somebody that is, or was at least, super invested into NBA 2K. And his story, a hard lesson. Don't be like me. Now, again, I'm just going to be reading through his story. He sent me this, and I thought it was really valuable and something that I wanted to share with.
I hope nobody ends up like this, because this shit is disgusting. 2K doesn't give a fuck about making people gambling addicts on a fucking video game.
With you guys. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. And again, if you have 10-15 minutes, it's worth your time. So again, all you got to do is be able to listen to me, guys, because I'm just going to be kind of reading through exactly what this does look like. So he said 36, he works in corporate and makes a decent living. Said he wasn't a big gamer in general, but he loved 2K. Similar to a lot of people, right? Like,
can't relate.
Growing up, I wouldn't say I was a big gamer. I love sports games, right? It was really it.
I did not get into 2K until, I didn't have my own 2K until 2K10. I was a gamer. My friends played 2K, so I played the gamer stuff while my friends played all the casual shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a nigga that, like, my family's full of gamers, so I played shit like Street Fighter, like a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? I played shit like Street Fighter, every story game you could think of, God of War included, etc., etc. But seeing that people only liked sports games, and then sports games only became gambling, and then everybody became gamblers, yeah, it's actually pretty disgusting to watch from the outside.
He said AI was his favorite player growing up. And when
nigga, hold on, I forgot to spark my Bleeski. Hey, spark up. All right, bet, let's go crazy.
he saw his first 2K with him on the cover, he picked it up, and then he said that decision turned into a lifetime addiction. Right? And I want people to realize
the game was just good, gang. The game was just good, son. Like, back then the games were good. You paid, and then you were able to enjoy the game that you paid for. That was that. Now you pay for the game, and that's just the entry point. They think that the more that you pay, you have to pay for fun, but once you have to pay for that fun, it's a lot less fun. They don't understand how the payment counteracts. You're supposed to make the game fun first and then have things on top of it that make it more fun. This is literally just telling people to keep paying over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This cycle's disgusting.
Like, it's not even just 2K, right? Like, even sports gambling, that's such a big addiction in people's lives, right? And the way that these sports gambling websites make it seem is that it's so easily to make money, right? Oh, bet with friends. Oh, you sign up, you get $5. That decision could turn into a big time addiction. And in 2K, guys, it can do the same thing. So let's read through this. And he says how the addiction started. For years, I told myself I didn't have an addictive personality. I don't drink in excess. I don't smoke. But addiction doesn't always look like substances.
I want y'all to hear that again.
I don't drink in excess, I don't smoke, but addiction doesn't always look like substances.
Scary to think.
It's true. He said mine was
true.
2K. I started playing offline against family and friends, then moved to online.
YouTubers, I want y'all to fucking listen to this, because y'all niggas be lying, making it seem like y'all making it back. If you are not Troy Dan, Cash Nasty, fucking Killzamore, or Henry, you're not making it back. Stop fucking lying. You're bullshitting, and you're a gambling addict. You should listen.
playing Playnow online against random people. In 2012, I quit my job and spent 10 hours a day on 2K13. That's when it started.
Okay, so this is when I realized that this person's a retard. If you quit your job and started playing 10 plus hours a day on 2K13, but you weren't streaming, this is your problem. This is all you. That's retarded.
Started to get bad 10 hours a day.
You're retarded.
That is insane. And then he said every year after that, I'd buy the new 2K and basically only play that game all year. I went from Playnow to my career when it came out and eventually to MyTeam.
To explain to y'all how I got here, I was working at GameStop when I popped off in 2K16. I quit when I was making more from streaming than I was literally making more streaming than I was like at GameStop. Like I literally had like what? That was back when you had the average over like 500 viewers for a whole stream or whatever. People coming in and out of your stream and had the average like 150 plus. Bro, you had to like, yo gang, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't leave that job unless you're making more from streaming.
Few years after
and you weren't even streaming.
Ever since 2K16, it's been MyTeam only. First taste of VC and packs. He says, I still remember the first time I spent real money on a pack. They dropped a retro Nuggets Carmelo Anthony, and I really wanted it and thought, what's $20 on some packs? And it's so true. You don't think
that's literally where it starts.
Think it's that much money.
It's literally
and
where
then he
it starts.
said this was the first time that I bought VC, and of course I pulled 2 Melos. I will say this. I think if somebody
in 2K16, when I used to see people like just crazy spending money, like, hey yo, buy packs. I used to look at the packs and not get anything. 2K16 was the worst year ever for packs, by the way. You couldn't pull anything. Anybody will be able to tell you how like nobody had that diamond mellow until like May when they increased the pack odds or something. Like it was actually so bad. Like maybe the last couple years, but 2K16 was the original first year when nobody pulled anything. It was terrible.
Is new to the game, or if somebody hasn't played the game for a while, hasn't spent money for a while, I genuinely think 2K increases their pack odds. I've always thought that, and I'm a firm believer of that. Like if I were to start a no money spend account,
I agree with this. I got banned in 2K17 for subs giving me MT. I got onto a new account. I had spent over $10,000 on that account, by the way. I went to a new account, pulled Diamond LeBron James, and was able to set up a new team. Spent $5,000 more on that one account that I don't even use anymore. Fucking insane. They absolutely give you better odds, and there's probably plenty of resources of people saying that they don't spend money and then they got a good player, or they just got into the game and they pulled something good. That's been happening for years.
And open packs, I bet my pack odds would be slightly better. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying.
No, that's been happening for years.
That. He also says, I pulled 2 Melos. I was hooked. I didn't realize that was the.
I would love if NBA 2K Labs was able to do a story on this. I wish they could. I know they work with my player for a little bit, bro, but I wish they could do a study on how new players have higher odds to pull cards instead of like somebody that plays the game all year. If we could reach NBA 2K Labs for this, this would be great.
Exception, not the rule. I thought, okay, now I can finally compete online with a good squad.
Yep.
He said, I quickly learned that there is levels to this. Just having your favorite players isn't enough. People were better, sweatier, and often more committed than I was, even with good cards. When packs became the main focus is his next paragraph. He says, over time, they stopped releasing good reward players. 12-0 grind went away. There wasn't much to grind for anymore. That's when packs became 2K's main.
This is when I stopped playing. Like 2K19 was the last game, before I took a break and was only doing music. I still do music, obviously, but right now 2K is my focus before I hop back in. And I took a break because I didn't like the game, like the direction that the game was going in. And what YouTubers do, which I'll probably talk about in another video in depth, is that these niggas don't stand with you. They pretend to stand with you when you sit here and you say, hey, yo, I don't like the game. People will be like, oh, well, if you don't like the game, then don't play it. Well, I didn't like it. A lot of us didn't like it. I stopped playing it. What YouTubers do is they say, oh, there's a space in the market now because this big guy doesn't play anymore. I gotta upload, I gotta play, I gotta do this, that, and the third, so that I could be at the top of 2K YouTube, or I could be at the top of 2K MyTeam YouTube. That is literally what happens. Fans don't understand it. It's not really y'all business, but the reason why it affects us is because people will sit here and preach that the game is not good, but then you'll go and run and tell everybody how great this shit is when it's not. You know what I'm saying? And like, all because once you see a gap in the market, you want to be able to be like, you feel like, oh, well, if I just keep making content, I could be a bigger guy. It always becomes the selfish needs of, oh, well, I could be a bigger star now that this guy's gone. Instead of saying this guy isn't playing, there's a reason for that. We need to change the game. Like, that's all it is. It becomes 2K MyTeam YouTuber politics instead of what's actually good for the game. Instead of being like, oh, well, I shouldn't be gambling on this game. We all shouldn't be gambling on this game. Don't touch this shit, or don't spend money on this shit. They go to be the top YouTuber themselves.
Focus instead of gameplay and meaningful content. He says all the best players were in packs, so I started buying more. Packs got more expensive, but I didn't see it as a problem. I came up with the bright idea to earn points sniping instead of buying VC, so I could buy who I wanted instead of gambling on packs. He said I didn't realize that I had already spent thousands of dollars buying VC.
Yep.
Honestly, that section right there reminds me of myself, because in like 2K19, I would snipe so much and spend so.
In 2K19, I got a lot of donations for me to be able to open packs. Even at that time, though, I didn't realize I was gambling. I'm not a gambling person. So when I did finally realize it was gambling as I got older, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But I liked this game mode since I was a kid. I was playing since 2K13. You know what I'm saying? When it first originally dropped. And I loved the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was super invested. I played all the time. There was even a glitch in 2K14 where, like, yo, you were able to glitch on Xbox 360 to where you'd have VC that you weren't supposed to have, and that was how I got all my players. Like, I felt forced into doing it, and it's past the statute of limitations, so it's not like I could get sued for that. But like, it's literally like there was a glitch like that on 2K14 where you were able to glitch the payment method on Xbox 360. And you were able to get VC, and you would just spend that free VC on on opening packs, and you'd get the players that you wanted. All because like they put everything behind the paywall. I wish they had that this year. Now people just do PPP loans or bank scams.
So many hours on the game. Like, I don't want to say I don't think I've ever been addicted to like opening packs, but somebody could make the argument, and I might agree with them, that I was addicted to sniping, addicted to making MT in like 2K19. I would sit on the game for hours trying to make the smallest MT, not the smallest, but any sort of MT to just build my MT count up. And again, it was honestly probably unhealthy the amount of time that I spent on the game when I could have been doing other things, man. I was a junior in high school. Again, I could have been hanging out with friends, doing so many other things, and I was on the game.
Should have been streaming.
Life shrinking down to one game. He still refused to see it as a problem, barely watched NBA games anymore because he wanted control, wanted to be the one playing. Said he spent 10 plus hours a day on 2K and didn't play any other games. Every day after work, go straight to 2K. On weekends, 15 plus hours a day. Stop going out, stop doing other things. And that's what
the problem is. You weren't streaming. How do you spend thousands of dollars on the game, but you don't stream it? How do you spend hours, thousands of dollars, probably thousands of hours on the game, and you don't stream it? That was your problem. Like, respectfully, at least if you want to make a little bit of your money back or make some use of your time, stream it. Your problem was you decided not to stream it. That was the issue. I get it. Not everybody's a streamer, right? But what is the point of doing all of this when the reality is you're not actually buying these cards, you are renting them. You were paying thousands of dollars to rent these cards. So when it comes down to the fact that you're not realizing that you're renting these cards, I'll spend time on the game to be able to get these cards for whatever the duration of the year is until I feel like it's no longer worth. Like the GOAT cards, when they were telling people to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars, when in reality, you're only going to be able to use these cards for like 30 days or something. I thought that was fucking stupid. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? What's the point of that? Your game literally is $60, $70. Why the fuck would I spend $100 to go get a GOAT card for a month? You see how stupid that is? So looking at this shit here, you're renting cards. If you're gonna rent cards for money, just stream it.
I'm saying, like, even for myself, when I was, junior high school, I could have been doing other things, and I still would.
I'm not going to support sports, it, but
like, for example,
stream it.
I'd have a morning workout at, let's say, 6 a.m., and I'd, basketball until maybe 9. Like, it would take 3 hours, but from 9 a.m. to, let's say, 9 p.m., I'd be on the game too.
Or make some kind of content.
Different, right? But again, it's the same type of thing. Tech, locker codes, and hiding it at work. I had the 2K companion app open on my work computer.
Bro.
Whenever they dropped the code on Twitter, type it in immediately from his desk. Working in IT made it easy to hide. Even then, didn't think it was a problem. He was just dedicated to the game.
Jesus.
Again, just being like so in deep, right? Like even at work, in deep. Can't really control himself. Escalated spending, VC, and big purchases. Told himself I was spending $1,000 to $2,000 a year on the game. That sounded manageable in my head. I will also say,
that's something crazy that I don't want to skip over, bro. If like it becomes part of the culture where people are like, hey yo, how much you spend in day one? How much you spend in day one? And we need to stop normalizing that shit. Like, you don't say that with no other game. How much you spend in day one? How much you spend in day one? Nigga, I'm buying the game and that's it, nigga. Fuck are we talking about? Whatever edition of the game I decide to buy, I'm gonna buy that edition and then that's it, nigga. I shouldn't be expected to buy the game as an entry point. At this point, nigga, we have already lost. We've already lost. Like, the culture around this game being like, hey, yo, how much you finna spend, bro? How much you finna spend? Like, no other game has this disgusting ass culture. Like, this is nasty.
If you do want to spend VC, and again, I'll make this point in my outro. If you want to spend VC, that's fine. But you need to make a budget and stick to that.
What the fuck, nigga? Make a budget for a game?
Budget, right? If you want to spend $50 a week or $100 a month in VC, okay, but stick to that budget.
Why are niggas making a budget for a game? What are you telling people?
You have to have a budget if you want to open packs. You have to, right? And everybody's budget needs to be different.
Yo, the bar is at the fucking floor. Okay? The bar is at the fucking floor. Dog, like, people don't need to have a budget for a game. They need to say fuck you to the creator. Like, the creator likes to make it seem like everybody's a child when they complain, but they're complaining because they're the ones that's buying their product. So yeah, they have a right to complain. If they're telling you, yo, we don't like this, this is crazy, this is insane, then fucking listen, or literally just stop using your wallet. Just stop using your wallet. But telling people to make a budget, that's wrong too.
But you have to have a budget. Same thing if you want a sports bet. You have to set your limits.
That is, this game is the entry point to sports gambling. No.
Otherwise, again, it can get out of hand so easily. So he said that sounded manageable. Went back to buying VC after trying to work the auction house because waiting for snipes was too slow. Spent a ton on the first GOAT, Kareem. Then they dropped an invincible Wendy for $50. Again, everybody could get him for $50. Bought him without thinking twice. It felt normal.
Now, if I'm being honest with you, I don't like a one card being $50. That doesn't make any sense. What I look at that is, though, is a step in the right direction where everybody should be going. These players shouldn't be $50. They should be like at max, one player should be $20. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna allow people to buy players, they're not buying them. We're renting them for the year. You know what I'm saying? And we don't get them back next year. So stop telling people to pay thousands of dollars. People feel like $50 is a deal because of how high you set your prices and how there's no guarantees. If people are guaranteed a way to get that player, people are more than willing to go ahead and get them. But if I'm being honest, first of all, 2K should be setting guarantees instead of making people gamble. You know what I'm saying? And even at the price of the guarantee, it shouldn't even be that expensive. It should be $20 at max. That means that these Ruby players and these golds and all that, like them golds that you be seeing, them shit should be like $1. They are worth nothing. They are nothing. We don't need these at the end of the year. We just give them back. Make them shits like $1. You know what I'm saying? Like literally make that shit like $1. Make them cards $1, gang. I'm not going, maybe even 50 cents, because the amount of tiers you have, look at the tiers that you have, 2K. Like, what the hell are you talking about? We don't get these players back. You're just renting them. The same way how like when we get the game, we don't own anything that we buy on the game. It's just a lease, right? And you can kick us off at any time. Well, guess what? Because you can kick us off anytime and we don't actually own the game, we're just leasing the rights to play the game. That means that we don't own these players when we buy them. And it means that we're just renting them since you make a new game every year. And unless you want to stop making games and only have one game out called NBA 2K.
Felt like what are we talking about? The game. 2K24-25 addiction at its peak. In 2K24 and especially 25, my addiction hit its
24 was a good
when
game.
the player market came in, I started
until
noticing how
All-Star.
expensive it was to complete collections, but I kept going. I bought every season pass every season, including the half pass and its useless late season 8 or 9. I told myself I'd buy less, which was a lie. When the auction house came back, and card prices skyrocketed, I told myself if I just pull one of these expensive cards, I'll be set for the year. Everybody says that too. Not everybody, but a lot of people say that. And
that's what people tell themselves to cope.
Think that, right? They think that, but it's just not that simple.
Spending money for that MT.
Diamond Wembies when they dropped during the first MyTeam Festival. I spent enough to get Pink Diamond Shade and almost everything else. I told myself, okay, now I'm set for the year. Then I wasted all of my MT ripping packs trying to get Galaxy Opal Bron or whoever it was at the time. Spent a couple hundred on Black Friday deals, then the Winter Festival dropped and I had to buy Kawhi. I didn't realize I'd gone from spending $20 on packs to $100 a box, and that wasn't enough. I started buying $150 worth of VC at a time. When I pulled nothing, I'd buy another $100.
Last year, I got back in December for 2K25, right? For 2K25, I came in December. I eventually pulled Luka and Kareem, and I just thought I would easily be able to pull them again. I wasted probably like 10 million MT not pulling anything. Like, hey, yo, this game, like, I was down bad with my MT sitting there just opening them base packs, not getting shit, man.
$50 because it's only $300 more, or it makes me happy when I pull something good. This is something I want to hit on.
Yep, that's what happens when you're gambling.
Okay, people will say, "Oh, it's only $100," or "It's only $300." Whatever they get say to justify themselves. But here's the deal, right? With the Black Friday deals that are going on right now, they're not really deals. They're just trying to get you to spend more money, right? And it's a never-ending cycle, which he will get to in his next paragraph. But what people got to realize is when you're spending $100 a week, that turns into $5,000 a year. When you're spending $300 a week on these half boxes, let's say you're opening 3 half boxes a week.
Hey, YouTubers, this is for you, my nigga. Like, you guys are fucking addicted and telling people that you're making the money back on your YouTube channel when you are not. You are getting 1,000 views on your fucking YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? 2,000, 3,000 if you're lucky on a pack opening video. Nigga, that is $30. That means that you need to spend that means you need to do like 10 more pack openings before you make your money back, my nigga. Normal CPM is around $9 or $10. Sorry to break the fourth wall for everybody that's watching. But if you're sitting here making 3,000 views on that, that means that you made back about 10% what you spent if you spent 300. If you went and got 3 Hall of Fame boxes, oops, sorry, nobody's watching my team like that. The fuck are we talking about, bro? Y'all niggas is morons. Y'all keep on sitting here spending on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep on spending on this shit and then crying that the game's not good. No, nigga, you don't have nothing to gamble on. As soon as you see something that you're ready to gamble on, you go dropping $300 to $500 like a dummy, and then you pull Rod Strickland. The fuck, bro?
Which some people do. That's $15,000 a year.
Stop fucking gambling.
And again, if you're a millionaire, whatever, set your limits, set what you are comfortable spending on the game.
Actually, stand by what you said.
If you enjoy playing 2K and want to open up packs, that's fine. But don't let it get out of control. Breaking point. Go cards and the hours played. The real wake-up call came when GOAT cards dropped. I spent $300 to $400 on boxes chasing GOAT Wemby or Yao and didn't pull either. I pulled GOAT point guard T-Mac and didn't even care. I didn't want good cards. I wanted the best. I realized I was barely even playing games anymore and spent more time in the menus than on the court.
This is my fucking problem, and I've been preaching about this forever now. Yo, bro, nobody, if you don't play the game, shut the fuck up. Yo, bro, you should not be on the menu more than you're in the game. I swear to God, this makes no sense. Stop making it seem normal to not play the game and only sit in the menu. That shit is dog shit, twin. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? If you're sniping all day, because that's the best way to make MT, that means that we need to remodel how we make MT, because people are not playing your game. They're sitting on the menu. If you're sitting here, like, if all niggas is doing is opening packs, we need to remodel the game. People are spending thousands of dollars instead of fucking playing your game, or paying thousands of dollars to play your game because they feel like they need these cards to be able to play, to compete. Like, what the fuck, bro? Make your content accessible. What the hell is the point of putting your content behind a glass paywall? This shit makes no sense. We used to buy games and enjoy the content. Now we gotta buy games and then buy the content. And it's not even like it's a Pokemon thing. Like, oh, it's just $30 to be able to enjoy something extra. They're asking for hundreds and thousands. This shit not normal.
Big sentence right there.
The fuck?
That is what the majority of the people that open and spend a ton of money on this game, it is to gamble on packs.
Right.
It's not even to play the game anymore. It's not. That's why 2K puts out MyTeam Mobile. So people have a way to gamble on packs.
To gamble anywhere is nasty word.
Important note there. Okay.
To
then I looked at my hours played on PS5.
Word.
I thought I hadn't played much that year. Turns out I had 3,400 hours on 2K25 alone. That's insane. Now, to put things in perspective, okay? 3,400 hours. So how many hours he had on the game. And I have a lot, obviously, on the game, too. But that turns into basically 9.5 hours per day. Pretty crazy, right? That's pretty crazy. He said, I was spending money on the game in July when the next one was weeks away. I'd get more depressed when I didn't pull anything and start asking myself, what am I doing with my life? Every year was the same cycle. Spend a bunch of money, grind for nothing that carries over, start from scratch each year.
Yep.
And every year I kept buying the next 2K. I even bought the $150 version of 2K26 with the discount. It was $135. I told myself I needed
My
to
viewers
open the
got that
box
for
to
me. I
get
appreciate
started.
y'all.
A lot going on here, right? Remember, when you're opening packs for GOAT cards, the new 2K is a month or two away, right? $300, $400 on a new on the 2K that, again, those cards are going to be worthless in a month or two. It's true. And again, the paragraph where he's like, I barely spent time playing the game. A lot of people spend time opening packs, sniping cards, which sniping cards is kind of, playing the game, I guess. That's basically a separate game mode, I would say. But a ton of people just spend time opening packs or just sitting on the menus instead of actually playing the game. That is what this whole addiction looks like. This whole pack addiction looks like. Again, 2K has gone away from being able to grind for things, being able to play the game and get rewarded for things. It has gone full on opening pack. 2K26, when the magic finally died, when 2K26 dropped, there was no excitement, no thrill
to be able to
of
get
starting
something
fresh
good
like
anymore. It's just pay.
I bought the half pass.
And without that, you have a
season
horrible
1.
experience.
It pulled nothing special, but for the first time, didn't feel the same urge to keep spending. The packs were trash, and the thrill was gone. Then Pink Diamond Dr. J dropped. Good card, right? Like, Dr. J is still good.
I credit all of the content creators for this. It's when the magic died, yes, but without everybody being here telling you, yo, this is garbage, this is garbage, this is garbage, right? Like, you wouldn't understand or have this general thought. It's the idea is being pushed to you because that's the market right now. And to be honest, to be fair, it's the truth. Like, people are finally telling the truth after years of probably feeling this privately, but somebody's probably broken that wall and been like, hey, yo, like, this is garbage. You know, I know Shake has been doing it, DBG's been doing it, but there's had to be like a repetitive feeling. And there's that sentiment in a lot of video games right now. a lot of video games right now. Like, 2K is just not the only ones. And there's video games going through it that give companies a lot less financial issues.
Told himself if I pull him, he said for the year with MT, spent $100 on a box and pulled nothing. I had 400,000 MT from working the auction house, blew it all on packs. The only diamond I got was deadlift. So another thing I want to talk about, right? A lot of people grind the game, especially like, this is where I feel like kids like have this. They grind the game and then they want to use that VC or that MT that they got from grinding the game to open packs. Never a good idea. You're not going to pull anything. And that's something I see so often. People use all their VC or all their MT to open packs. They don't pull anything, and then they have nothing left. After just pulling deadlift, he said he had finally had enough. In the middle of season 1, he decided he was done spending money on the game, and he wanted to go no money spent. And he says, but honestly, 2K made it easy to walk away. There was nothing to do. He had stopped grinding long ago. No domination. Triple threat was boring. Park took forever to get games, which is a problem. And you can't compete with people who are constantly.
I'm begging you, 2K, bro. Please just bring back, or like put a theater in Park for my team players, bro. Like, I used to play 3v3s with my mans, and it was instant, bro. We would just instantly find teams. Like, please, bro. Like, that was way better than this garbage ass Park shit where you gotta wait like 20 minutes in between games. Like, when I lose, it takes 10 to 15 minutes just to get a game. Sometimes I gotta switch parks just to be able to find another game fast enough. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's AIDS.
Then he said the moment I really let go. Eventually, I'd load up 2K and just sit on the My Team menu doing nothing. The game had zero appeal without spending money. That's when he realized he had stopped having fun years ago. Went back to 2K25 for a second, played a park game with cards he couldn't even use in 26. It hit me how much money I'd wasted. Turned off the PS5 and didn't touch 2K for almost 2 months. Played other games that he had bought and that he never played because 2K consumed all of his time. After a few weeks, it got easier to not turn on the PS5.
Red Dead is
the
great.
thing that used to be on 10 hours a day, and it started collecting dust. That's a W, right? To go from spending 10 hours a day on something to not even touching it is a massive W. Seeing the truth, money, time, and regret. Every time I thought about going back, I'd see a video about how bad the game was, lack of content, terrible pack odds, community frustration, which still continues to this day, right? It still continues to this day. The FOMO that had me in a chokehold for years just faded. Said he watched a video, my video, about me winning King of the Court multiple times and comparing it to what I'd earned versus the time I'd wasted, which again I think is important for me to keep track of because I do spend money on the game, but I need to again look at, okay, how much time am I or how much money am I making off of it, how much money am I spending, all of those types of things. He said he did something that he had avoided a long time ago. Opened PS5 transaction history and scrolled back to the release of 2K25. Counted only VC purchases, not season passes, not level skips. He said he stopped counting after he'd crossed $4,000 spent just on VC. I was embarrassed, felt stupid, and I finally had to admit that it was an addiction. Now I want him to know, right, that it's important to see it. It is. It's important to see how much you have truly spent, right? Because
to spend 4,000 and then stop counting, I honestly want to know exactly how much he spent. I'll be honest, but I want these YouTubers to go back and talk about how much they spent too. Don't just show your wins, my nigga, because that's manipulative. Yeah, I want to sit here and show your winnings, but not talk about how much you spent so people don't know about your losses. And something like this, when it's gambling, especially a gambling for kids, this is the stake for kids ass game that I keep talking about. Show how many people, how much you've been spending, gang. Show them how you spent like $300 and all you got was one card that you wanted. Right? And let's see if people are going to sit here and talk about how that was worth it. Oh, do I really want to spend $300 to rent a card for a month or two? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Let's talk about how much you spent that year. You know what I'm saying? How much did you spend? How much did you spend? Telling people to go buy packs. Don't tell nobody go buy no fucking packs, bro. Stop promoting this shit.
If you don't rip off that Band-Aid, it's so easy to keep going. Now, for him, obviously, he stopped, but it's so easy to keep going if you don't see what you are truly spending. I have a guy that supports me that last year was spending $10,000 a month, right? On an addiction, right? It was a pack addiction. That's really what it was. There was no reason for him to be spending money at all. He was just addicted to packs. Then he said the hardware rabbit hole. The money wasn't just in-game. His addiction spilled over into everything around it. Bought Xbox One and PS4, then PS4 Pro because he didn't know which one 2K ran best on. Wanted to be competitive on any console. He bought 2K on Steam so he could play on lunch breaks at work. Bought a gaming TV with low input delay. Bought a PS5. Bought an Xbox.
Bought all of this, but did not get no fucking streaming equipment. What a dummy, bro.
For 2K.
What a
to chase
dummy,
a better
bro.
experience. Breaking the cycle. Ironically, thanks to 2K. The only reason I broke the cycle is because 2K themselves got so greedy and money hungry that the illusion finally shattered. If they hadn't pushed packs and VC so hard, probably would have just kept spending and wasting time without thinking. He said, what I'd tell anyone reading this, if you're someone who is wasting time and money on this game, just know there's more to life.
Good for him.
2K.
He got out.
And it's so easy in anything in life to just get so set on it. Even this year, I find myself so invested into the game and into King of the Court that it feels like that honestly that's all there is.
Ty, you are #1 on the game, my friend. Like, yo, bro, it's gonna feel weird for you every time. I watch all the YouTubers in this space, Ty included, right? Ty, you are #1 on the game, twin. Like, King of the Court was pretty much made for you. So if it feels like this is the only thing to do on the game, I mean, besides grinding and going and getting mellow, it's probably because it is. That's the most exciting thing. And that's the only way you can really make money on this game. Without it, there is no real money. And something like that is made for somebody like you, dog. If you win just one King of the Court, like you have already won. Just don't gamble at 10,000 back into the game. It ain't like 2K giving it to us. It's AT&T, right? But man, bro, like if it feels like, oh my God, without King of the Court, I wouldn't be doing anything, it's because like, yo, you're one of the only people that game mode is for. Look at how many people is playing the game and how like that mode is literally for none of us. People are spending thousands on the game, hundreds on the game every week. And they'll sit here and cope and be like, oh, well, I want to get my team better for King of the Court. And look at how many people have won. There's been over 10 weeks of King of the Court. There ain't 10 winners. I'm just saying, bro. You've made like $50,000 off of this game. That game mode actually is for you. Think of how many people that game mode is not for.
Is to what I'm doing right now. And it's unhealthy and I need to get better at it. But I genuinely get what he is saying.
No, the game mode is for you.
Some people
You are the
genuinely
top
use it
player
as an
on the
escape or a
game.
way to decompress, and I get that.
Arguably.
But your escape shouldn't charge you every time you want to relax. It's never just one pack or just one box. There's always another card, another build, another event, another festival, another season pass. And that's important,
Correct.
right? Like,
correct.
Like some people say, like, I play 2K, it helps me, and that's fine. I'm all for that. But again, set your limits. Set your limits on what you are willing to spend. Set your limits on you know how much you're gonna spend a week, a month, all of those types of things. And then I think it's way easier to enjoy the game. And again, if you want to be no money spent, that's fine as well. But again, you gotta know you're not gonna always have the best cards in the game. And then he also says, if there's any part of my story that sounds like you, if you're spending money, you really can't justify. If you feel worse after you don't pull something good, if your whole day revolves around this game, take a step back, talk to somebody, get help if you think you have a problem. Touch grass, there's a whole life outside of this game. And I know people say like touch grass as like a troll thing, but in this situation, it's true, man. Like it genuinely is true.
Why he says somebody sent this to him? Nigga, this is just MyTeam Reddit. Ain't this just MyTeam Reddit? What the fuck? Did he say somebody, like, someone, like, the person sent it to him? Nigga, this is just MyTeam Reddit.
Because, again, at this stage, with what 2K has done to the game, a lot of the people that still play it are people that are addicted to packs, or people's that main thing in my team is opening packs. And it is what it is. And like I said, if you enjoy opening up packs, that's fine. Don't let me or anybody tell you that you can't open up packs. But what I would say is this, right?
No, nigga, you're addicted. Stop fucking giving this game money so that we have a different game mode. We need something different. Like, just stop spending money on the game to open packs. Stop spending hundreds every week. Stop spending thousands every month. Stop spending money on the game because you want viewership and then making excuses at like pretending that you're making it back when you know that you're not, just because you want people to watch you, right? Promoting the game, getting other people to gamble when you know that this game is not, it is not beneficial when you spend money. Like, you're telling people that it, like, oh my God, I'm gonna go ahead and spend on packs. I'm gonna spend on packs because you're a gambling addict. That's why you're doing it. You hope that you can become a bigger YouTuber, a bigger creator through being a gambling addict, when newsflash, y'all niggas still not getting no views like that. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Stop making excuses for being a gambling addict. This shit is trash. Like, how else do we change the game mode? When other niggas stop opening, like, y'all sit here and y'all be like, oh, well, there ain't really much pack openings on YouTube. I could go ahead and open, and that means I'll get mad views because nobody's making that no more. Stop doing that. And niggas is gonna watch this and make it seem like that's not what y'all doing, but that's exactly what you're doing. I'm not no fool. I'm a YouTuber just like you. I know how this shit work. Stop making it seem like when people stop uploading a certain kind of content, that is like, that makes room for you, nigga. We need to make a stand to stop this shit. This shit is garbage. Stop telling niggas to open packs, or stop glorifying it when you see it. When I see pack openings, I don't sit here and go under the YouTube comments and be happy for a nigga, because I don't know how much a nigga spent. I don't know what niggas is on. And for the most part, not everybody's gonna have this exact same result. It's just not gonna happen. If you get it from a base pack, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But niggas is sitting here spending hundreds, if not thousands, on cards and then fucking promoting that shit. Stop promoting it. Absolutely not. Do not glorify it. Don't make niggas make it seem like it's a good idea to spend money like for cards on this game, when in reality you're spending for a chance to rent a card. Oh my God, I want to spend hundreds for this chance to rent a card. The fuck are you doing?
I would say is this: be responsible, man. Don't let it turn into an addiction. And it's so easy to do, right? And not just this, like even in sports betting, set your limits, right? In any addiction,
don't gamble.
Any hobby, you have to set your limits. Otherwise, it can so
literally
easily
just don't gamble.
Turn into an addiction. And talking about it shows strength, not weakness, right? Like,
just don't gamble.
Sending me this shows his strength instead of weakness. And honestly, like, 2K is gonna continue down this way of wanting people to spend a bunch of money on the game. Like, they want people to be addicted to opening up packs. As crazy as that sounds, that's the truth. Like, that's the truth. Now, my question to you would be, instead of spending money on the game, right? This guy spent $4,000 in 1 year, I believe is what he said. I knew a guy that last year in 1 month spent 10 grand on the game strictly because he was addicted to opening up packs. Like, that was the truth. Now, what could that have money went for? Okay? The guy that did it last year was like 19, 20 years old, I believe.
Ridiculous.
Again, you're setting yourself up for the future. If he puts that money in an investment account, in a Roth IRA, stuff like that, that money is going to set him up so well in the future, right? Like, what is that money going to be worth in 20 years if he puts it in the right places? And again, there's so many different things that you can do. Invest your money, save up to buy a house or whatever, right? Whatever you want to do. And again, it's okay to have a hobby. Playing 2K is not a problem. But when that hobby turns into an addiction,
right,
that's when it is a problem. So again, create a budget, be responsible.
Do not budget, bro.
And try not to let it take over your life. Even for me with King
Do
of the
not
Court,
make a budget for a video game. I disagree
I have a chance to win all
entirely.
this money every week, but I can't
Stop
let it
putting out a
take
budget
over
for
my
a
life.
video game.
And I still, look, I'm married, right? I got a wife. I got other things that are important and that I need to, be giving the right attention. And it's so easy to lose sight of.
Stop telling people to make a budget for a fucking video game, bro. This is absurd.
That. At the end of the day, guys, 2K is supposed to be a game we play for fun, right?
Come on,
like
Ty.
in some instances to escape from other things. But this alone's not gonna bring you soul happiness, man.
Make
like
a budget.
It's not connecting with friends, right? Going and
Niggas
exercising.
is supposed to make a 2K
doing
bill.
Things that actually are meaningful in life instead of.
If you think that this shit, if you sit there and you think, wow, well, what's wrong with this? Go ahead and tell your girlfriend how much you spending on digital 2K rentals. Tell your girlfriend how much you spend on digital 2K rentals. Tell your wife how much you spend on digital 2K rentals. Let's see how that go. Fucking retard.
Grinding a game mode that resets every year.
How much you're spending on digital 2K
and like
rentals.
I said, I play MyTeam. I've been a MyTeam fan. I've been an Ultimate Team fan and other game modes forever. But with the way that these games have been trending, it's so easier to let it become an addiction. Again, thank you for this guy for sharing his 2K experience with me. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. Again, I'm sharing this
Bro, stop making it seem like this is just you, bro. This is MyTeam Reddit.
with you guys to hopefully help people out there.
Like it says it right there. It's
don't
MyTeam
let
Reddit.
this 2K MyTeam become an addiction. Like it's so easy to let it happen, especially in pack addiction. Again, if you're struggling, reach out to me or anybody. Set a budget and just try to think back. Why did you initially start playing 2K? It's for fun, and maybe to get.
This is literally MyTeam Reddit.
Trend is again into basically gambling.
Can I literally go into
obviously
MyTeam Reddit
problem.
and just go find that right now? I could probably just go into MyTeam Reddit and find that literally right now. Can I? Is that possible? Hold on. Stress on my Roy. A hard lesson. Look, it's right here. Yo. Ty, he did not send this to you, gang. Why did you say this? Bro, Ty, he did not send this to you, bro. Wow. Why did you say it? Why did you say it like this shit was personalized? Nah, this is crazy. Or maybe he did send this to you, bro. But this shit is right here on MyTeam Reddit. Why did you, are you even in the comment section? I don't even see him here in the comments. And Ty is a pretty popular figure in the MyTeam community at this point. So I don't understand, gang, why you made it seem like this nigga sent it to you. Anyways, chat. That's the